And another reason why I'm not too fussy on what I'm putting out the back and how much I'm putting down is because I have my main base of my blend out already. This is now, I'm calling it my bonus, what was before, and we're just hopefully gonna make the crop get that little bit more of a boost. I can see in that far side of the field that the crop is a little more thick. And this, it's just a little less filled in, and it was all done the same day and same time. It'll be cool to see at harvest how even the field actually ends up being by doing this little bit of fertilizer spreading. Good morning and welcome back to another video. We are just doing a little bit of fertilizer spreading in the last field that I ran out a little bit of fertilizer with when I was seeding, and then had a little bit left over in the semi and the tank after our cleanouts. So we are in a Fendt 720 and we have a Salford BBI Trooper. This is, I believe, a 270 cubic feet, struck cubic feet, or 8 ton-ish. This is the hydraulic spin spreader machine. That means our spin spreaders at the back here are controlled hydraulically from our cab. We can get up to an 80-foot swath on the back of this unit. It is very nice and simple. When we engage one of our hydraulics, this little wheel goes down and it starts turning our chains, which in lieu start turning that belt right there. Fertilizer comes off our main chain there, hits the spin spreaders and spreads out. We are just getting this thing set up. We know what we're looking at on these hydraulic valves. So I can see on here our pressure and our return. Pressure and our return. This is spinner circuit. This is ground wheel. And that is our case drain. So we can see we have our case drain plugged in. This will be for our ground up and down, so we are on the red remote. And this is for our spinners, and we are on the green remote. So red and green, that's all we have. And so now when we come back in our Fendt tractor, we're gonna wanna make sure we have a field set up, which I have just done already. So we click our GPS icon twice to open up our full Vario Guide main menu. We're going to touch our field in the top corner. We can see we're on this field, but if we wanted to add another one, we would press right there. If we wanted to select from a different field, we'd press there. Corbin spreading Fert, we are good to go. So we're going to press home now because I want to control the hydraulics a little bit more. I'm going to quickly splice this in because I ended up changing my settings for my hydraulics. I'm going to click tractor, come to my hydraulic screen. So I ended up having 26.5 flow for my spin spreaders, so those things were spinning a lot faster, and then I ended up with 20 for my chain for lifting and lowering that cylinder to engage my chain, just so I had hit it fast on my remote and it would quickly go down or quickly come up. The timer on the back, I had this on continuous and I had the clock, so then at our spin spreaders on the back, they would always be spinning. And then I had this at a 5-second delay because I was running a go on end function, but we do not need to talk on that. On my chain is right here, and turning on my spinners is right here. In here, we can see we're now moving. And if we go out back and look at our spin spreaders, they are spinning away. So now I'm going to open up my gate just slightly here. If we wanted to pay close attention, we'd be able to see right through here through our hydraulic spinner guide. But since this is just fertilizer from my tank, leftover stuff, I'm just gonna crank it open a bit, and I'm not too worried how much I put on in this area. So now I just crank this hand crank. Our gate is now open. And when we engage that wheel, it's going to start pulling our chain. The product should start coming out. We're going to start speeding up. Now let's see if we can start spreading. So So now we have our tractor function, so we're coming to our headlands. I'm gonna hit my go button once. I come down to my second cruise control. I hit my go button again, and it's lifted up my wheel off of my tire, so my chain is no longer spinning. I'm gonna get spun around on by my line. I'm gonna hit my N function once. My cruise control comes on. Hit my N function again. Brings me up to cruise control 2. Hit it one last time. And it starts to push that cylinder down into the tire and start spreading fertilizer. All the functions for doing this are running off my go and end buttons right here. And so why I'm spreading this fertilizer in this spot of the field is mainly because when I was seeding my last field, I had a limited amount of fertilizer left. I used all my fertilizer in the spring, and we started on that far side by the road, so it was getting full fertilizer application. And when I had my 3 tanks of fertilizer slowly start running out, I had it run out of the fertilizer. That's the bonus one, my nitrogen blend. And then the next one that ran out was the one with my seed, which would blend. And I was still putting out down into the ground, just not with the seed and not with that little bonus blend there. So it was a little bit less fertilizer in this side of the field. It's all, as you can see, coming along very well. However, we had a little bit left in the tank, and I wanted to keep it that way, so I put down most of it into the ground, and I knew I could just top dress whatever was left over. I wanted to just make sure I had a lot going in, and a little bit of bonus stuff, I'll just spread it now. So that's kind of why I am in the tractor right now, spreading this fertilizer. We're at our headland again. We're gonna hit our N function, brings us to our other cruise control, hit it again, because I want to lift up that chain and that wheel so that chain is not spinning when I'm at my headland turning. And I'm gonna hit my N function once, cruise control kicks on. I was way off the line there. We're gonna hit it again. We're coming up to our other cruise control, hit it again, and now we're spreading fertilizer. But that is kind of why I'm in this tractor, why I'm in this, doing it and spreading the fertilizer in here, because some stuff sometimes happens in seeding, and you have to make, especially your last field, it seems, work and everything line up. And so now we've been spreading for quite a while. We are wanting to turn off our spinners. I can press this button right here because I have these remotes selected as my green, which my spinner is. We can see the minus is still going, there's still flow going to it. I'm gonna hit this, it's gonna pop us into float, which is a nice little feature. That button pops us into float. We don't have to worry about pressure going back to those spinners. Say it was a fan on an air seeder, and then I just press it again, and we're off. And now we are out close to the middle of the field. It's a good spot to show this burn mark or something that's gone on in this field. It has not grown much crop for the last probably 5 years. It shows a nice spread of how well that trooper did getting an even spread of fertilizer. We can see as we walk along, it is consistent, even spread of that fertilizer going out to just about that 80 feet. We can see it starts to taper off a little right here, and then we get closer to our next swath and it starts to pick back up with that nice even consistency. So this little burned spot or whatever happened here at some point in this field's life actually helps us out for this video. And hopefully the rest of this crop enjoys the fertilizer that is just received, and hopefully we get some rain. It is sometimes hard to see how even the spread is when you are in standing crop like this. So that's where this really helps. So another look at this trooper now that we are finished. You can see our gate was open. We can see it's all dusty with fertilizer dust from doing all that spreading. So this thing is about to get a bath and get cleaned right back up. That is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I can get back to more of a regular schedule. It has been just crazy busy, not only at work, just life-wise and the farming side, and I just have to pick where I delegate my time to, and it seems like lately I've picked other things than creating and editing my YouTube videos for you. So I apologize, and I will get back to more of a consistent schedule and consistent posting because, hey, I like making these videos and I think there's a few people that enjoy watching them. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.